Right, hello everybody. This is my workshop on how to warm up and cool down the body correctly. So I hope you find it interesting and fun. Okay, so I just want to make sure you all have water. Yeah, and you all have appropriate space.
Yep.
Is this appropriate enough?
It'll be fine.
Just like this kind of...
Yeah, you're okie doke. Right, so I just want to go through like some safety first. I just want to make sure that you are all taking your time and you aren't over pushing yourselves, that you all know your own limits. If you need to sit down, just tell me, like, I'm not going to take offense. If you want to sit down, just sit down and just say it in a minute. Keep hydrated through it. If you need to take a break for water, take a break for water. Just make sure there's no tripping hazards around you, as you will be jogging on the spot and doing high knees and heel flicks. Okay. So our first warm-up exercise is you just need to either walk on the spot or walk around the room. Just do whatever you please.
Get position.
Okay, and as you're walking around, I want you to start picking up the pace a little bit and going into more of a walk with purpose. And then if you just start to gently bring up the pace again. And then into a bit of a faster run if you can. If you can't, just do it on the spot. Okay, and now to add some more in, what we're going to do is we're going to make it in a bit of a game. So I'm going to give you 5 numbers. Number 1 is touch the ground. Number 2 is touch the roof. Number 3 is spin around. Number 4 is do a push-up. And number 5, I'll get you to do a squat. Did you all hear them, yeah?
What's number 4?
Number 4 is push-up.
Okay.
Okay, so if you just start going around the room as you were or on the spot. Okay, and number 1, touch the ground. Number 2, touch the roof. Number 3, do a star jump. Number 4, do a push-up. If you can't do a proper push-up, just do it on your knees.
Okay.
And then number 5, do a squat. Okay. And then we're going to go for a number 2. And a 1. And a 2. And a 1. And a 2. And a 3. Let's push up.
Okay, I've got a delivery. Just listening into it.
And number 4. A squat. Oh no.
What?
Right.
That was a
You're right.
push-up.
Right. Yeah, you're right. I made the mistake there.
I'm wrong.
Okay. We're going to do a number 3, which is a star jump. A number 4, which is a push-up. And a number 1. A number 2. A number 5.
What was that again?
Number 5. And I'm just going to get you to start slowing down and going into a walk. And you can give yourself a shake because that was quite a lot.
One of the most I've done this lockdown.
Okay. So what we're going to do is get water if you need it. And then we're going to go on to our first stretch. So I'll just show you what you have to do. Okay, so you can either be sitting or standing, it doesn't really matter. And you're just going to take your right hand across and hold it above the elbow. And we're going to hold it there for 20 seconds. You need to hold your hand above your elbow, because if you hold your elbow, you can sometimes dislocate the elbow because it puts a lot of pressure on the joint.
Ouch.
Yeah, I think
That's
not
not
my dodgy joints. And then we're just going to swap arms and do the same again. And we're just going to repeat that a few times so you can feel a good stretch. It sometimes helps to turn your body because you can sometimes feel a better stretch. And then just go back onto the other arm. And then change onto your other arm. Okay, just give your arms a shake. And now we're going to move on to our neck. So what you want to do is you just want to turn your head to the left and hold for, we'll do 10 seconds. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you're just going to do it to the next side. And then we're going to look up and do the same. And look down and do the same. And then we're just going to repeat those again. So go to the left. The right. And then up. And down. Okay, we're going to move on to our next one, and we're just going to do some rotational shoulders. So what we're going to do is you're just going to take your arm and you're going to go back for 10 seconds. And then you're going to go forward for 10 seconds. And then you're just going to do the same with the opposite arm. Forward or backwards, whichever way you want. And do the same going backwards or forwards, whichever way you've gone first. The opposite to that one. Okay, and just do a wee shake. And our next one we're going to do is we're going to do a calf stretch. Have you all done this one before?
Probably.
So what you're going to do is you would get into a lunge position and hold it. So if you put your left or right leg forward and slightly bend it, and then put your other one back and kind of keep it straight and hold there for 10 seconds. And then swap to the next leg. If it's too much, just do it for less time.
I'll feel the burn.
Yeah, you will. Okay, so our next one is, what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll our backs. So I'll show you what you've got to do first. I'll just make sure you can see me. Okay, so I'll go back here. So what you need to do is you just let your head just drop, and then your shoulders, and then slightly bend your knees, and then you're just gonna bring yourself all the way down, making sure your knees are bent and just working way down every joint in the spine. And then you're just gonna hold it down here for 5. Breathe in. Hold for 5. And then breathe out and try and touch the ground if you can. If you can't, just dangle. And then slowly bring yourself back up, working your way up every joint, and then into your shoulders, and then your neck. Okay, does everyone feel like they know what they're doing?
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
So it goes head, shoulders, back.
You start.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Oh, almost lost my balance.
Okay. So now just go at your own pace because sometimes you can get quite dizzy when you come back up. Because I know sometimes I see stars when I do it. Okay.
Are you meant to have your legs apart or together?
So you can have them separated slightly. So just at your shoulder length.
Yeah. Okay.
And then that's when you would go down. And then you would have your knees slightly bent. You can do it again if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah? So it just goes your head and then your shoulders. You just let them loose. And then work your way down each joint in the spine. And then just hang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. Hold for 5. And then go down again, if you can. And then slowly work your way back up. Okay, so our next stretch is going to be, so we're just going to move our hips. Get those hands on the hips, ladies and gents. And we're just going to move them from side to side. And then we're going to go to the left and push forward and just go around in a circular motion. And then do the opposite way. And now, because at the start we were going from side to side, you're just going to go to one side and hold it for 5. And go to the opposite side and hold for 5.
I feel like we look like an album cover right now.
And
Like a really tragic one.
then push out to the front and hold for 5. And then push out and hold for 5. And then just repeat those again. So it's out for 5. And then the next side. And then it's your front. And then the back. Okay, so for our next one, just give yourself a shake off. What we're going to do is we need to be down on the floor. Okay. And what we're going to do, you can't see my face, but I am, trust me. So what we're going to do is we're just going to stretch out our ankles. So what we're going to do is you sit on the floor with your hands, just whatever's comfortable, and you point your toes out. And hold 5. And then bring them up and hold for 5. And then push them out again and hold for 5. And back in again and hold for 5. Good. And now we're just going to rotate the ankles. And then change direction. Okay, so our next stretch, what we're going to do, I'll just do it so you can see my face. And I can come back. So what we're going to do is you're going to go into like a basket leg position. And then you're going to push your legs so your feet are touching. So this is known as like the butterfly stretch. So if you just either hold onto your feet or onto the floor, whatever's comfortable, and you just straighten up to the back, and you try and get your knees as far to the floor as you can. If you can't, it's fine, don't push yourself. Everyone has their own limits. And we're just going to hold that for 30 seconds. Okay, so the meeting's going to run out of time, so I'm going to have to start another one because it's not letting me upgrade it.
No, it'll upgrade itself, don't worry.
Will it? Because it's telling me to upgrade. So,
No, it'll come up, we'll saying like when it comes up to the 40 minutes, it'll just continue past it.
okay, well, if it ends, I'll put a new meeting out. And then if you just straighten up your legs, and then we're just going to do that one again. So just bring down, and then bring your legs back again. Okay. So our next stretch is going to be a hamstring stretch. So what you're going to want to do is if you just keep your left leg in till you bring your toes up and try and touch your toes. And just hold it for 5. 5. And then go on to the next one and hold for 5.
I used to never be able to touch my toes since I was like 10. And now I can do it again.
Well done, the class. Okay, and swap back onto the next one and try and hold it for 10 seconds. Perfect. And then swap to the next one. Okay, so if you just go and get water if you need it, and if you stay on the ground, what we're going to do is we're going to do 10 sit-ups, and that'll get your blood flowing a bit. What you need to do is you need to have your legs in a triangular shape, and then you go down and up, down and up.
How many was it?
10.
And is it like a full one where you go right up to your knees?
You can if you want to, but if you can't manage that, it's okay just to do crunches.
Okay.
You do get the same effect. Okay, and if you just want to stand up and get water and give yourself a breath. You can clearly see Harrison's going at it very hard right now.
The gym lad.
You're
Showing
not-
us up.
So just give yourself a quick rest. Okay, so our next one that we're going to do, just take your time just now because we have done quite a bit there. Okay, so we're going to do 40 star jumps.
My whole house is going to be rumbling, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it is quite a lot, but it helps get the blood flowing in all your muscles. And make sure you're breathing because you'll get a lot of oxygen in your blood.
Do it now or whenever.
You can go at your own pace.
Okay. I need to retie up my hair.
Just 40, wasn't it?
Yep, 40.
Yeah.
Oh my calves.
Now it's going to get even a bit more of a faster pace because when you're doing a warm-up, you do kind of want to get the blood flowing right at the end of the warm-up to try and get like yourself into a more fast-paced environment if you are going to do quite a bit of exercise. Okay, so what I need you to do is I want you to run on the spot for 30 seconds. And I'll start the time.
As in like a jog or like a kind of like you're run as fast as you can?
It's entirely up to yourself. if I was doing it, I would do a jog, but if you feel like you could run as fast as you can, do
No.
it. 3, 2, 1, go. Two, one, and stop. Okay. So get water if you need it. And we're going to move on to our next one. So we're going to do the exact same again. I want you to try and get your knees as high as you can. So if you put your hands in front of you, you should be able to hear your knees hitting off your hands. Okay. And I'll just wait until my timer goes to 5. Go. Second.
Did you say time?
Perfect. That's fine. If you need to just through, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Stop.
It is quite annoying because the Wi-Fi does break up quite a bit, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. So our next one is, I want you to do the same again. I know, bit repetitive, but I want you to do heel flicks. That's when you would bring, I'll show you, if you can see me. That's when you bring your heels up as high as they can go. I'm going to do that for 30 seconds. So you can either do it as I just did it, walking, or you can do it at a fast pace run. It's up to yourselves. Okay, and we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm the only one that's lazy. I've got another workshop that's dancing after this.
Anyone else wishing they were a sports bra?
I'm sure Harrison will agree. So that works it out just doing a walk on it.
And slow down and stop. Okay, so while your thighs would have had quite a bit of a stretch and a workout there, we're just going to push it a little bit further, and you can take your time when doing this. We're going to do 20 squats. Okay?
Go.
But between the 10, I just want you to go on a little walk once you've done 10 and then do 10 more, because 20 is quite a bit to do in one go if you haven't done them a lot. Do you all know how to do a squat? Yep. Okay. And if you just want to start.